Hello friends, here we are with our finished EQ. So we're in my studio and we're gonna do some little tests with it. Nothing too scientific. I just went online and ripped down a couple of tracks for, I think it's a half socket cover of Black Sabbath, but anything that avoids us getting YouTubed. So I'm just gonna run some drums, bass, and guitar isolated from it. This is from a live session, so there will be some leaks, just so you know. And I will also run a full mix to it. I will just go through each of the sweeps and listen to the cues somewhat, and I'll just try to make some how I would say slight improvement to the material as it is. So when running this unit, I noticed that the bypass, when the EQ is in, it also provides with something like a boost of 8 dB almost, would appear. I read about this, that this can be remedied by switching some diodes out in the within the unit. I suspect this is because if you cut a lot on this EQ, you will cut a lot of output as well. So the design probably is that because they assume you want to cut rather than add, since this is like the gold standard for EQing in the old school ways, that you cut away the stuff that you want. You rarely add. So that's why I believe they have this higher output. I don't know why, but I don't know if it's correct, I should say rather, but this is my what I assume is the case. So I'll start with the cues out and the shelves out. So why the cues and no shelves? And we'll start with some drums. And as the EQ provides, I think something like 16 dB plus in the bands. Here it's quite dramatic. Oh, sorry, that was with the Q in. So pop out the Q. Shelving. And I'll sweep. This is from 30. Let's see if we can. So as you clearly can hear, is that it affects frequencies above 30 as well. Yeah, this is 470 hertz and it's way up above. Not sure if the Q does anything in shelf mode. I can't really tell the difference. I can't tell the difference in the normal mode. Max boost and Q in. Man, I can see that being really useful when putting the thumping kicks. Cut, no shelf, Q out. Next band. Max cut. We are sweeping from 180 to 2.5K. Q in. Whoa. Q in, max boost. Next band. Max boost. Max cut. Q in. Max boost, Q in. And we're sweeping from 530 to 7.5K. So let's zero out and go to the next band. And max boost. Max cut. We're sweeping from 1K to 15K. Max cut, Q in. We're boosting max. Q in. This is the shelf in with max cut. Let's see how far down it goes. Just for fun, let's see if we cut out the bottom end. So this is the, what do you say, focus of it. I usually call it focus, I don't know what it's called. So it's something clever. Just zero out. Sort of like how with Q's in, this almost turn to resonance. Let's see, just with a slight curve and see if we mute it. EQ out, EQ in. Yeah, really like that for on drums, the lower end things. See, we kept 0 out somewhat quickly. Listen to some listen to some bass. Yeah, I can see that being useful as well. Let's get the honk out of there. Let's see if we can find the fingers around here. It's a bit dangerous on this track to add up there. So I'll click it some. Well, let's 0 out. Get some guitar. It's in and out. Who knows? It's a bit nosy to begin with. Let's hear some of these vocals. Yeah, aren't super. If you're in this band or know this band, I bet you're great guys, but this wasn't my favorite take.
No more war pigs have the power. The hand of God has struck the hour.
Yeah, and this is
judgment, God is
pretty
calling.
well low cut to begin with.
Underneath the war pigs crawling.
As you hear, I can only reach around 200 here where it's cut up to. So
no more war pigs have the power. The hand of God has struck the hour. Day of judgment, God is calling. Underneath the war pigs crawling, begging mercy for their sins. Satan laughing spreads his wings. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my friend, chip.
No more war pigs have the power. The hand of God has struck the hour. Day of judgment, God is calling. Underneath the war pigs crawling, begging mercy for their sins. Satan laughing spreads his wings. Oh, yeah.
So this is EQ out.
No more war pigs have the power.
EQ in.
The hand of God has struck the hour.
Out.
A day of judgment, God is calling. Underneath the war pigs.
Yeah, and as I told you, I do that because this would be the difference instead if I just hit the bypass here.
No more war pigs have the power. The hand of God has struck the hour.
So in this case, actually, the bypass works really well since I've done some cutting here. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna leave it like this, not do any modifications. So far, I have to say, yeah, let's zero out and go to the full mix before we talk about my impressions here. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I have to say I really like the two low bands in Q modes. I also think it's pretty cool that the mid bands go to almost oscillation when you have the Q in. Pretty useful for if you want to do creative stuff with it on the fly. I don't know if you managed to. Let's see if we can. Let's put it in. So you can hit that when the drum does the hi-hat thing. Yeah, pretty cool. Sounds really nice, actually. No crazy oscillations, but a bit out there as an EQ in the extremes. If you know if these are supposed to do anything, I couldn't really tell by ear, but let me know if they worked at that. The high band with the shelf in was really nice as a tone knob. Yeah, I can see myself using that. Yeah, I'm really happy how it turned out. Sounds surprisingly good to me. Of course, I don't know why I'm surprised. It's a Calrec design by some genius, I guess, and this design has been used on all the old Polar records, like with the ABBA and stuff. yeah, pretty good, pretty cool little EQ, very fun project, not too difficult, and yeah, everyone should build it. So this concludes my the first run of videos on this channel. If you felt anything was good or helped you out, or you wondered anything, just let me know in the comment sections, and I'll try to answer as well as I can. As I said before, I'm not an electrical engineer in any sort of way. So if you have questions about the electronics, I highly suggest that you go to the Group DIY forum, which is the best forum for this stuff. The only thing that's gonna make you fail there is if you ask stupid questions. So make sure you know what you're asking, and when you're asking for help, make sure you've like done everything else before you go there, because the people on there are pro. They're really good. They know everything about these units, but don't ask stupid questions that you can easily find out by Googling or stuff like that, because it never goes over well there. So the future for this channel, I've already begun to build a 1176 clone, the Gyraf 1176 clone, and I am also planning to do like retrospective builds on these ones. That is, I will go through the units, how I built them, and sort of difficult parts and difficult steps I needed to solve here. So this is the G9 from Gyraf, dual tube compressor. So this is one of this is probably the best unit I have built, because this is just great. It sounds better than almost anything you can buy off the shelf these days. Definitely, if you're like tubes like me, I love niche stuff as well. But tubes, I don't know, tubes is my thing, and if you like tubes, this is the way to go. This is also the SSL 4000 comp, also from Gyraf. This was my first rack build, actually, after I built the Jasper synthesizer kit. So and I'm going to go through these in one video for each, how I did stuff, and there is the 1176 coming up. If you have any other requests on what I should build, please let me know in the comments. What do you think? I have some ideas myself, of course. I'm looking perhaps at doing like the massive Analog Vibes point-to-point LA2A project. That's going to be like 5 times what this was to build. So that's a massive project. I'm not sure. I'm definitely going to do it one day, but perhaps not perhaps not after the 1176. It's dangerously expensive. You don't want to fail with that project, because everything's gonna probably run. I think just the transformers are up at towards 1,000 euros, even if you don't get the true ones. So that's going to be a really high stakes project when I get to it. So I've also been looking at building 500 units. Because there are a lot of kits and they cost almost nothing. I feel it's sort of like building a guitar pedal, because you get everything in a box and it's not really any difficult parts. And I have a lot of 500 stuff that I love, but somehow the big racks they're just the thing for me. So I'm not sure about that. But let me know if there are any unit you feel like, hey, I can really use some help here, or how is this a cool unit to build, or how does it sound, or anything. Just let me know, and I'll take it into consideration. So that's it. I'm super happy if you followed along here. This is like the first thing I do. I watch a lot of YouTube, and I just couldn't find anything that did this thing, where you just get to follow through a complete build of one of these more difficult units. I found a lot of like time lapses for simple projects and stuff like that, and builds of kits. And since this is a sort of like DIY step up, it's far from the top end where you like build your own PCBs and stuff like that, but it's still it's pretty far from just building a little stomp box. And perhaps you want to have someone like have your back a bit to have some backup if you start to fail. So, yeah, so that's probably it. Thanks a lot for hanging around, and hope you enjoy this video, and I'll see you around.